Ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city, ever since I left the city, left the city, left the city, left the city,
Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created this iconic Naomi Campbell look from the MTV VMAs. When I saw this look on the red carpet, I was absolutely stunned. I knew that it's something that I wanted to recreate and try my hand at, and I really love the way that it turned out. Now I know that for Naomi Campbell's red carpet look, she used the Pat McGrath lip kit. That's not something that I have just yet, so I wanted to try, recreating it with some of the makeup pieces that I had. Most of the look is pretty simple. The eyes are pretty basic. I think the wow factor obviously comes from the lips. So I hope you guys enjoy the look. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Please remember to subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's get started. Alright love, so I've already applied my moisturizer. I'm using the Simple Ultralight Gel Moisturizer, and for my primer today I'm using the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. And now I'm going to go in with my foundation. I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and this is in the color Golden Toffee. I'm going to mix it with the L'Oreal True Match Liquid Glow Illuminator, and this is in the color Golden. Now I definitely want full coverage because if you see Naomi Campbell's pictures on the red carpet, she has got a full beat on, so that's what we're going to be going for today. So I've just taken about 2 pumps of the foundation on the back of my hand, and I put just like a little squirt of the luminizer, and I'm just going to swirl that together, dot that on my face, and then I'm going to bounce it around using an e.l.f. powder brush first and then a damp beauty sponge. So I decided to use the True Match Liquid Glow Illuminator because when you look at pictures of Naomi Campbell from the VMAs, she just had like a really glowy kind of vibe to her skin. I mean, that could be just the way she looks naturally, but I just really wanted to capture that as well. So that's why I ended up using the luminizer, and honestly it just makes your skin look beautiful, like you're glowing from within. So I definitely knew that I wanted to use that for this tutorial. So now that I've gone in with the powder brush, I'm going to go in with the damp beauty sponge and a little bit more of that foundation, and I'm just going to blend everything out for a flawless finish. So moving on to the rest of my face, I'm going to highlight using the LA Girl Pro Conceal HD Concealer in the color Fawn. I'm highlighting down the sides of my nose as always because Naomi has a snatched nose. So before I move on to contouring as well as reverse contouring, I'm going to go ahead and set my under eye area, my forehead, and my chin and around my lips. I'm going to be using the Bed Night Banana Powder, and I'm just going to take it on a makeup wedge. While that powder is baking and soaking up all my oils and whatnot, I'm going to go in and contour my face using a dark foundation. This is from LA Colors and it's in the color Ebony. And I'm just going to take that on a foundation brush and I'm going to chisel my cheekbone. And I'm just going to blend that out with the damp beauty sponge. So now I'm going to go in and do some reverse contouring underneath my cheekbones to really make those cheekbones pop, because we are going for that supermodel Naomi Campbell snatchness, okay? So we really got to pump it up a notch. So I'm just going to go right underneath my contour with that Fawn concealer, like so. And then I'm just going to blend this out with the damp beauty sponge. So now I'm just going to set that reverse contour area with that same banana powder. And while that's baking and setting, I'm going to move on to doing my brows. So for my brows, I'm going to be using the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade, and this is in the color Espresso. I do have a detailed eyebrow routine on my channel. I'm going to put something on the screen, I think around here, so you can check that out. So I'm just going to kind of speed through this eyebrow portion. So the brows are pretty much done. I am going to dust off the excess powder off of my skin, buff it away. To set my contour, I'm going to use a combination of these two brown powders, and I'm going to use my NARS brush. To bring everything together and to kind of give myself that airbrush finish, I'm going to go in with my Black Radiance Soft Focus Finishing Powder, and this is in the color Milk Chocolate. I'm going to take it on a powder brush, and I like to take a whole lot of it, push it into the skin. And now I'm just going to grab my powder brush and I'm just going to buff everything together. Moving back to the brows, I'm just going to clean them up using the Fawn Concealer on an angled brush. I'm just going to do the slightest of cleaning up because they already look pretty sharp as it is. Alright, so moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be using this Milani eyeshadow called Fusion, and it's so pretty. It's sort of bronzy and it's got purples and shimmer in it. So I'm going to use that on the lid first, and I'm just going to take it on a flat brush and I'm going to pack it onto the lid. You notice I'm not using a fluffy brush. That's because I want it to be concentrated and I don't want it to go everywhere. So once that color is on the lids, I'm going to go in with a Morphe M22 brush and I'm going to take the brown shade and pop it above the crease, slightly above the crease, like so, just to give it some depth. And then I'm going to go in with a Morphe E27 brush. I'm going to take a little bit of that shadow and I'm just going to blow it out. And I'm taking up towards the brow bone a little bit. So the eye look is pretty much done. I'm just going to pop on some really thick lashes because if you look at the picture of Naomi from the VMA, she has really thick lashes. And then I'm going to move on to smoking out the lower lash line. Alright, so the lashes are on. I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid liner on the lash line just to conceal the lash band a little bit. And I already gave myself just a teensy tiny wing over here, so I'm just going to connect the liner to that. Moving on to the lower lash line, I'm going to start by grabbing a Morphe M222 brush and this brown shade right here. I noticed that Naomi's lower lash line, even though it's kind of smoky and dark, it's not too dark. So that's what I'm going to be replicating today. Next, I'm going to be grabbing the reddish brown shade from the J Glow palette. And I'm just going to smudge that on the lower lash line as well for some warmth. So for some reason it looks like Naomi has like just a slightest tint of green on her lower lash line. So I'm going to grab the NARS See Sex and Fun eyeshadow palette and I'm going to grab this green color on a Morphe E19 brush. And I'm just going to smudge that on the lower lash line, especially towards the wing. That's a lot that we're seeing right there, but I'm just going to take that Morphe M222 brush with the reddish brown shade on it and I'm going to use it to diffuse some of that green color because I just want the slightest bit of it to show through. Lastly, I'm just going to line my waterline with a black eyeliner pencil very lightly. I don't want it to be too smoky. Next, I'm going to apply some mascara to blend my falsies into my natural lashes, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara on the top lash, and for the bottom lash I'm going to use the Revlon Ultimate All-in-One. So for the brow bone, I'm going to be taking this silver color from the J Glow palette, and I'm going to be taking that on a Morphe E27 brush, and I'm just going to place this in the brow bone area ever so lightly. Naomi's look kind of has like a cool tone to it. It doesn't look really golden, at least not in that area. So that's why I wanted to use this color. For the inner eye corner, it looks like Naomi has a little bit of shimmer on her inner eye corner. So I'm going to go in with the NARS Sea, Sex and Sun eyeshadow palette. I'm going to put just a tiny bit of that green down just to tie it all together. And then I'm going to go over top with this gold color. And I'm going to do that using a Morphe E19 brush. So before I move on to the very fabulous lips, I'm going to finish up my face, and I'm going to start by bronzing out my face using the CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer. Just going to take a fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones very lightly. It doesn't look like her highlight is too popping, but I do want to have a little something, and I'm going to use this first shade in the City Color Highlight Trio, and I'm going to take that on a fan brush. I'm going to put a little bit of that highlight on the tip of my nose and down the bridge. For my blush, I'm going to take this baked blush from Black Radiance. This is in the color Warm Berry. It's a really deep color, which it looks like Naomi is doing on her cheeks. To finish off the face, I'm going to spray myself with this NYX NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray, and that's just so that all the powders and everything just melts into my skin seamlessly. So moving on to the lips, this is the key part. This is the star power. This is the key to pulling off this look. I actually have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna go for it. I have here some red glitter, and I have a variety of different colors that I'm gonna work with. It looks like her base is kind of dark, so I'm gonna line my lips with a dark brown pencil from Ruby Kisses first. Next up, I'm going to go in with this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the color Copenhagen. Looking at the picture, it looks like the center of her lips is a bit redder than everywhere else. So I'm going to go in first with this NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the color Monte Carlo. So now that I have that base on, I'm going to go in with this LA Colors Lip Gloss and Lipstick Duo. It kind of has like a shimmer wine color to it. Let me see if I can even find the name of this. It's called Charmed, and I'm going to put it over my lips so that the glitter has something to stick to. And grabbing a flat brush, I'm going to dip it into this glitter and just press it all over my lips. And we are going to hope and believe and speak into existence Naomi Campbell lips. Alright, so the lips are pretty much done. I'm just going to fix my hair up in a bit and I will be right back. Alright, my loves, that completes the tutorial on this Naomi Campbell VMA's look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more videos from me, definitely remember to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, have a marvelous day.
Ain't that when you need call me on my cell phone. Ain't that when you need my love. And I know when the hell I play. I could only mean one thing. I know when the hell I play. I could only mean one thing. Ever since I left the city, you.